Hello friends, I had a comment in my videos if I can create an admin panel with Laravel and Laravel permission package from Spatie. Okay, so I'm going to create that. I'm going to start a new series. So in this video, I'm going to install the Laravel project and install also the Laravel Breeze and the Laravel permission package. So for that, I have also opened the terminal and I am inside the directory where I want to install the package, the project. So let's create a new project, Laravel, new, and I'm going to say admin. Okay. After this, I'm going to install the Laravel Breeze, and if you go to the Laravel documentation, starter kits, and go to the Laravel Breeze installation. So we need the composer require Laravel/Breeze. Also, I'm going to open the database and create new database for our project. So inside the databases, so connect first, and inside here add new and add new admin. Okay. Now cd in the admin and run this command. And I'm going to zoom it this. Okay. Clear this one, and we need to run the PHP artisan breeze install, npm install and npm run dev. And after that, we need to install the PHP artisan migrate to create the migration, but I'm going to install the composer require Spatie Laravel dash permission first. So wait for the Laravel mix. Okay, so that's it. Okay, now run the composer require Spatie / Laravel dash permission. After that, we need also to run this PHP artisan vendor publish. And we are okay. PHP artisan optimize clear and PHP artisan migrate. After that, run the migrate. And okay, if I come here and refresh, we have all the migrations. Right now it's empty. Now if you go to the basic usage, and we need to add in the user row model, we need to add as a role trait. So I'm going to open this project with a VS Code. Okay, so open the user model, and inside here add the as roles and import that. So here we have the as roles. Save this, close, and that's it. Now if to work with roles middleware, you can see here in the basic usage we have using a middleware. so to protect roles. And in the kernel PHP, we need to add this middleware inside the road middleware. So copy this one, the 3 middlewares, and open the kernel PHP inside the HTTP. Okay, and paste here all the middlewares, save, close this one, and we are ready to go. Now in the next video we are going to create and assign roles to the user. Hope you enjoy, friends, and see you in the next. Hello friends, in this video I'm going to create roles and create a user as admin and attach the role admin to this user. And this is going to be with Laravel Spatie. We can do with Laravel Tinker, so we can open the Tinker and create roles and create also the user and attach the role to the user, but I think it's more useful so we can create that Spatie for roles and Spatie for the admin, and we can run the PHP artisan migrate --c, and also is going to create the migration and also the user with roles and with a role admin attached, or with 2 roles attached, we can see. So for that, if I open the project, sorry, here I'm going to open with a VS Code. And in the database Sidebar, in the public function run, we don't do anything right now because we have this factory which is commented. I'm going to create 2 Spaties right now. So let's open the terminal and say artisan, or PHP artisan if you want. So PHP artisan make Spatie, and I'm going to say role Spatie, and one for the admin Spatie. Okay, and in the role Spatie, now I'm going to create 3 roles, and let's go to the Laravel permission package in the basic usage. Here we have the example, or we can create roles, role create, and the name we want. We need to import this role Spatie permission models role. So let's copy this one, go to the Spatie and paste that in. Now we need to import the role and import the Spatie permission models roles, not the contracts role, the models role. And I'm going to copy this and say one for the admin and one for the user. The first one is going to be admin, the second writer, and the last one is going to be user. Save this and open the admin Spatie. Here now I'm going to create the admin user. So I'm going to say user and import the model user up here and say create. And I'm going to copy what we have in the migration for to save some time, and paste that in. Remove this and add it here. I'm going to remove the remember token. This password is hashed password for the password word. I'm going to add this as is, and in the name now we need to say a string. I'm going to name it admin, and for the email I'm going to say admin.com, and I name it admin because we have the admin here, but you can say gmail.com or what you want. Save this, but before this I'm going to say here $user and assign, and after say $user and assign the role. And if you go to the using permission via roles, here is how we can assign a role to the user. So $assign user and assign role and the name we want, or we can assign 2 roles or as an array as many roles as we want. So let's copy this one and paste it here. Okay, save and go to the terminal and say artisan migrate fresh -- seed. And right now if I open the table or the SQLite and see the admin roles and user, we don't have anything because we need to call these 2 seeders inside the database seeder. And come here and say $sign this, call, and say role seeder class, and also $sign this, call, and call the admin seeder. And with that, now if I run again the migration seed, database seed, and here we seed in the role seeder and also the admin seeder. And if I refresh now the database, yeah, we have 3 roles. We have a user with name admin and admin@gmail.com, and in the model has roles we have assigned the role with ID 1 and 2 to the user with ID 1, which is this, the first one, and the roles with ID 1 and 2 is admin and writer. Let's go to our project admin, so go and log in, and what we have here, we have admin@gmail.com and the password is password, so admin@gmail.com, and save password here and log in, and we are logged in as admin. Okay friends, also we can do this. So in the admin seeder, instead of saying this, we can assign the role directly in here and save. And if I run again and refresh, we have the same thing. Okay, if you like this is okay. So that's it for this video friends, how we can create the roles and create the admin user and give it the role, assign the role admin or admin and writer. Hope you enjoy and see you in the next video friends. All the best. Hello friends, in this video I'm going to create a separate admin layout. So when we navigate to the admin, I'm not going to add the app layout, but I'm going to create a new one. And also I want to show you, here is the GitHub repository for this project. So github.com/laraveler/laravel-permission. Okay, so let's open the terminal. And I'm going to cd in the code and cd in the admin. Open this with VS Code and Okay. Now, the first thing, I'm going to open the web routes. And here we have the route.get. For dashboard, I'm going to do the same thing, but just change the name here. So copy that and paste it down there and say admin. And also here, I'm going to say admin.index. We don't have that, but I'm going to create. The name is going to be admin.index as well. And the middleware now is going to be authentication and also the role admin. So this is coming from kernel PHP. Here we add 3 middlewares, role, permission, and roller permission. And for that, we can add here the role and the name of the role. Save this and go to the browser and say here admin. And we redirect to the login page because we have this authenticated middleware. Let's log in as admin. And we redirect to the admin. So we need to create the admin index, which was not found. So let's go and create that. In the views, I'm going to create new folder, name it admin. And here, new file, name it index.blade.php. Index.blade.php. In here, now I'm going to create a new layout to work in the admin. I'm going to save this as admin, so go to the app layout and save this as and change the name to be admin. Also, we need to change in the app view app layout, save this one as the admin layout and change the name of the class to be admin and also the return view layouts admin. Save this, close this one, and in the index I'm going to do the same thing we have in the dashboard. So select all and copy and paste it here. Save. Come here now and refresh, and we have the same thing we have in the dashboard. Okay. If I want to change something now, because I am in the admin layout, and so for example I don't want the header here, remove that, save, and also we need to remove from here the slots because we don't have now the slot header. Save and refresh. Go to the admin and admin layout and the index. Yeah, we are okay. What? Oh, here we need to say now admin, not the app layout. So admin, save and refresh, and we don't have the header here. Okay, but if we got here and I want to go to the admin, because I am admin, I want to have a link when we click and go to the admin. And that link is going to be visible only for the admin users. So let's go to the navigation. Inside the layouts, we have this navigation here. Okay. And here we have the navigation links. This is the dashboard. So this one, copy that and say here role. This is the Blade directive from the package. So role admin, give it the name of the role. And anything inside this is going to be, and role here is going to be visible only if the user has the role admin. Now change the route. Route is going to be admin.index and the name is going to be admin. Okay, so the route is going to be admin index because we added the name here. And with that, if I refresh, we have the name here and click. Okay, click here, go to the dashboard. Now, if I log out and go to the admin, we redirect to the login. And if I logged in as test user, we have the 403 in the admin area. If I go to the dashboard, also we don't see the link here. That's it for this video, friends. Hope you enjoy. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and thank you, and see you in the next one, Brand. All the best. Hello, friends. In this video, I'm going to change the admin layout. So I'm going to add the sidebar. And for that, if you go to the Alpine toolbox and go to the examples, search for navigation, and I have find this useful. So click there, and here we have the sidebar. And I'm going to copy this one now and paste inside the admin layout. So in the layouts admin, I'm going to paste that in, save, and also we need to run the npm run watch to watch for the changes we made in the CSS. Go to the dashboard. I am logged in as admin. Go to the admin now, and here we have the sidebar. And also if I change the preferences for the dark mode, and come here, I think we have also the dark mode here. So we have dark mode like this, but we need to change. So select all dark mode like this and just say dark. Hit save and come here and refresh. And yeah, we have now the dark mode. Here I'm going to add the username, and when we drop down, add the logout link. And also in here is going to be the mine layout. So here is the button. Here is the navigation. And we have click away, the open is going to be false. Now after this, I'm going to add a div with class flex. I'm going to give it with the full, and bg to be slate 550. And so here is going to be the h1. I'm going to say content here. Okay, save, come here and refresh. And yeah, here is the content. Now in the drop down, yeah, here we have the drop down. Here I'm going to add the username, and it's going to be the same thing we have here. So drop down and say auth username. And after that, add this form. So remove this link. And I think we have a link inside the form, yeah. So what I'm going to do, zoom it out a little bit because, and here say add this. Select all the classes and add it here. So add class, paste that in, remove this one, and hit save. Come here and refresh. And yeah, here we have the admin and log out. So if I log out, we go back, go and log in again as admin. Go to the admin, and here now we have the admin area. Now in the content, we need to say, or remove this content and say just a slot, $, slot. Okay, come here, refresh, and here we have now you are logged in, and this is coming from the index, admin index. Here we have the you're logged in. Remove this, or just say here admin content and refresh, and yeah, here we have the admin content. Okay friends, that is for this video. Hope you enjoy and see you in the next video. All the best friends. Hello friends. Now here we are in the admin area. I'm going to add 2 links here to go to the roles page when we can display the table with all the roles we have, and also the same thing for the permissions. And because we need to create more roles, more permissions, and here is how we can create roles, role create, and also the same thing for permissions, and how we can assign permissions to the role, and the same thing for the permission sync roles. Okay, so let's for that we need to create, first I'm going to create the controller. So let's open this and artisan, make controller, permission controller, and also the roles controller. Okay, after that go to the web routes, and I think I'm going to, yeah, in here now we are in the admin. What I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this here and say middleware role admin. Name is going to be admin dot. Also I'm going to give it the prefix, which is going to be admin. And now I'm going to say group and create a closure here. And here now we need to add the default admin, and I think we have the controller admin. Yeah, we have this index controller which return the admin index. So let's say here route and get slash, because we have the admin here, so just admin, and the controller is going to be index controller, import that index controller class, and the method is index. We need to give a name, which is going to be just the index, because we have the prefix admin, so admin.index. We have the name admin here, so it's going to be admin.index. Okay. Next one, I'm going to add the route, and it's going to be resource now, resource for the roles. And here we need to add the controller, which is role controller class, and the same thing for the permissions. So here say permissions, and the controller also is going to be permission controller. And make sure you import that. So permission controller, role controller, and index controller. Okay, hit save. Now we need to go inside the resources, views, layouts, and admin blade. Now here we have the links, and I'm going to change this one to be roles, and the second to be permissions. The anchor tag now is going to be route, and route is admin roles index. Okay. The second one is the permission, add the route first, and permissions index. Hit save, go to the browser and refresh. And here we have the roles and permission. And right now we don't have that the controller, but here is the links. So let's go and create the controllers, the methods for controllers, sorry. Save this and close, and open the roles controller. And create the first method, which is going to be index. And here I'm going to return the view, which is not here right now, so admin roles.index. Okay, and also open the permission controller and do the same thing. In here, create a function, name it index, and return the view admin permissions.index. Save. Now open the resources admin, and here create a new folder for roles, and here new file index.blade.php. Also a new folder for permissions, and new file here index.blade.php. Okay, come here and select all, copy, so in the index inside the admin, and paste it in the index of the roles. Here I'm going to say admin role, save, and here the same thing, but just say admin permission. Save, come here and refresh, and now if I go to the roles, we have admin role here and permission we have an error here in the permission controller. We need to add a semicolon. Refresh, and we have the admin permission. Okay, friends, that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm going to add the table and display all the roles we have and also all the permissions. Hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe to my channel. All the best, friends. Hello, friends. Welcome again. In this video, I'm going to display the table here to the roles, the same thing to the permissions. And here we have, right now, we have only the selected roles. So if I click here, we are in the permission, but the highlighted is the roles. We can fix that and display the table with all the permissions we have, also the roles. For that, I'm going to use this table from the tailwindui.com. This is the free version. If you want more, you can pay and see all the tables there. So I'm going to copy this one, and inside the resources now in our project, views, admin, we have the roles here and the index. And the first thing I'm going to say here, I'm going to add the width full here. Save and go to the browser, refresh. In the roles, yeah, now we have the, and the same thing to the permission, but in here I'm going to paste the table. We copy, save, and refresh. And yeah, here we have the table. And I'm going to add it here, a padding of 2. Refresh, and yeah, we have some padding here. Okay, now let's get all the roles and display here. In the roles, we need only the name. Because if I open the database, okay, and we have the admin database here. So in the roles, we have only the name and the guard name, but we need only the name there. So let's display only the name. And what we can do is come here and remove this. And also I don't need this role here. Save, open now the role. Sorry. Open the role controller. And in here I'm going to say $roles is going to be with the role models, and get all the roles. Okay, so make sure you import the role here and paste it here. So say compact and add the roles. With that, now we have the roles in here, and I'm going to say for each $roles as the role, and to remove and leave only one. Paste it here. Okay, and here we need the role name. So just say here $ role name. Right now hit save. Come here and refresh. And yeah, we have 3 roles here. Now also we need to add the button to edit and delete them. So let's add another TD. And here, for example, we need to add a link to delete, anchor tag, one to edit and one to delete. So copy and paste and say here, delete, save, come here and refresh. And yeah, here we are. The same thing I'm going to do for the permission. We don't have any permission, but let's select all, copy. And why we don't have the indented? So let's no. Okay, I am going to indent this thing here. So save and select all, copy and go to the permission and select all here and paste that in. Just we don't need to say roles here, but permission. So select all that and say permission. And also open the permission controller and get all the permissions. So to assign permissions is going to be permissions, import that permission here and get all. Okay, paste that in. So compact and permissions, hit save, come here and refresh, go to the permission, and we don't have any permissions yet. So what we need to do also, we need to fix this and we need to add a button to go and create the roles or the permissions. So let's close this first, close this one. And I think it's better if I zoom it out. Okay. Now, after this one, I'm going to add another div here, div with a class flex, and justify and here add an anchor tag with a chef to go to the roles create, but right now I'm going to leave it empty and say create, save, come here and refresh. We are in the permissions. So yeah, here we have that button, but we need to add some classes. So px4 and py2, vg green 700 on hover. It's going to be bg green 500. It's going to be rounded. MD, and I think we're okay. So if I save, come here and refresh, yeah, and maybe add some padding here. And I think we are okay. So here we have create. The same thing I'm going to do for the roles. So copy, go to the roles, and come here, paste that in, save, refresh, go to the roles, and here we have the role, and that create, or maybe create a role. And the same thing here, create permission. It's save, refresh, and yeah, now it's more okay. And that's it for this video, friends. In the next video, we are going to create the role and also create the permission. Hope you enjoy and see you in the next one. All the best. Hello, friends. So welcome again. Now I have fixed these links here. So for that, I have created a new component, which I name it admin links. Okay, and add the links is the same link we have with a nav link, just change the classes. And now in the admin blade, I added the admin link here. Okay, and the href route admin roles and this active if this route is the request route is okay. And I'm going to add in the GitHub so you can find the. Now let's create the create page, because if I go now, we don't have also the link in the index. Add the route and routes create, save, the same thing here, add the route, permission create, save. Okay, now refresh, and if I click here, we don't have the create method in the role controller. Let's go and create that. Close this, open the role controller and create the method here. So function with name create and return a view admin roles create. Okay, save, go to the resources roles, we have this index, and save this as a create blade. Okay, in here now I'm going to remove everything and just say here we need the form. Save this, come here and refresh, and yeah, now we have the form. Also this link is going to be right here and to go back to the roles. So let's change this, remove this justify end, because by default it's going to go to the start, and the route is admin roles index. Also the name we need to change. So I'm going to say role index page, save and refresh. And yeah, here we are. Okay, and I don't like this. I'm going to add the text to be slate 100. Okay, run the npm run watch. Okay, and yeah, we have now the white. Okay, here we need the form, and for that I have this form here, so you can find in this plate Tailwind CS website and this string. So let's copy this and paste it here. So what we need in the create form, we need only the name. Okay, let's paste that. It's saved. We don't need the text area. So in the text area instead here, I'm going to add the button. So let's say button. Type is going to be submit. And add some classes. So px4 and py2 is going to be bg green 500 on hover bg green 700 rounded md, and that's it. Let's say create. Okay, next one is the removal. So this one, image, we don't need the image, and input type text. ID is going to be name. So let's say name. Oh, we don't need this wire model lazy. We are not working with live wire. Also, I'm going to remove this one. And I think we're okay. Save. Go to the browser and refresh. And here it is. Now we need only the name, add the name and go and create that. Okay, in the form, also we don't need the type multipart form data. We are not uploading images. Just say method. This is going to be post, and the action is going to be, I'm going to add the road, which is the admin roles store. Okay, and also don't forget to add the CSRF token. Save this, and if I refresh and type something here, click create, we don't have that method, so we need to go and create that. Let's say here function store, we need the request here and $sign request, and here I'm going to say $sign validate and request validate the name. We have only the name here, so let's say is going to be required, and also minimum of 3 characters. Okay, and now role create $sign validated and return to the road admin roles index. Okay, save this, go back and refresh. So let's say a new role, for example super, click create, we go back, and here we have the super role. Let's do the same thing, and also if I go and create and say create here, we redirect back, so we need to add also if we have any error. So in here, and the class is going to be text red 400 and also text small, I'm going to say. And let's save this. So if we have an error for name, come here and refresh, create, and yeah, the name field is acquired. So let's do the same thing for the permissions. I'm going to select all here, copy, and go and create new file, create.blade.php in the permissions and paste that in. We need to change some. Here is going to be also in the action is going to be permissions. And that's it. Save. Go now to the permission controller and create the method. So permission, a function for create. And here we need to return the view, admin permissions create. And after that, create a new one for storing the permission store. We need the request, $request, and the same things. So I'm going to say the validated is going to be with the request, validate, and we need to validate the name and just say required for now. And now permission create and create the validated and return back. So return to the road permission index, admin permissions index. Save. Let's go to the permissions, go and create permission. So let's say edit and edit like this, edit post, edit post, go and create that, and we have the edit post here. Okay friends, that's it for this video and hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe to this channel and see you in the next video. All the best friends. Hello friends, in this video I'm going to work with edit and delete roles and permissions. Right now we have these links, but I'm going to fix that. So first go to the resources, views, admin, and permission index. Okay, in the table we have this edit and delete, and I'm going to cut them. Add a div with a class flex and justify end. And here add a div with class space x.show and paste that in. Now go to the save first and go to the permission. And yeah, we get in the end the edit and delete button. Next, we need to fix add some styles. So say class px4 and py2, and this is going to be with the bg I'm going to say blue, BG blue 500. On hover, it's going to be BG blue 700. And the text is going to be white. And also I'm going to add the rounded MD. Okay. Copy this and do the same thing here. So add class. Just now here we need to change the background to be red. Okay, save this. Come here and refresh. And when we are here, we are in the permissions, but why we've lost? And we need to run the npm run watch. So clear this and say npm run watch to watch for the changes, because you see here we don't see the colors. Okay, now come here and refresh. And yeah, here it is. Edit and delete. Now for edit, we need to add the road to go to the permissions edit. And also we need to add the permission ID here. And here is going to be the delete. But here I'm going to add a form. So let's work with the edit first. And I'm going to create in here. I'm going to save this as edit. So save as and edit blade.php. Here we need to say now permission update. We need to add also the $sign permission. And we need to add the value here. So I'm going to do something like this. And here I'm going to add the value, which is going to be the permission name. Okay, it's saved. Now open the permission controller and create the edit method. So in here, create a function with name edit. Here we need the permission and $sign permission. I'm going to return the view permissions edit and add the permission there. So compact permission, hit save. And if I refresh, we are in the permissions. And if I click edit, we go here, but we don't see the permission name, and also change this and also this one. So in the edit, and I think also we need to change in the create here. The anchor tag is saying role index, but we need to say permission index. Save, close this. The same thing in the edit. Permission index. Okay, and why we don't have the permission name? Because I make a mistake. And refresh, and here it is. Now we need to create also the method for updating. So create a function with name update. And here we need the request, $request, and also the permission, $permission. I'm going to validate the name and say $permission update and the validated, and return to the root admin permission index. Okay, save, come here and refresh. Edit post updated. And also we need to change the create here, but if I click, and we have some, oh yeah, in the edit, we need to add also the method. So method is going to be put or patch what you want. And also, because we are here, change the button to be update. Save, come here and refresh again. Say updated, update, and the post is updated. Now the same thing for the roles. So go to the roles and save this as a edit. We need to change this to be update and add the role here, $role ID. Now the method is going to be put. Here we need also to add the value. And I'm going to add it here. So value is going to be $role name. And here we need to change this to be update. Okay, save. Go to the roles. And also we need to change this one in the index. So in the permissions index, copy this and paste in the roles index. When we have this edit and delete, just change the row to be roles edit and add the role ID here. Save, refresh. Okay, click edit. We don't have the method now, so close all them and open the role controller. And here create a function. For edit, we need the role $role, and here return the view, which is the admin roles edit, and also add the role itself. So role, save, and if I come here and refresh, we have the name here, and when roles edit, why we have this post name changed the role name. The same thing in the create, yeah, role name. And now we need also to create the method for updating. So create a function, say update, and we need the request, $request, and also the role, $role. I do the same thing, validated this, and say the role update $sign validated and return to the admin roles index. Save. Come here and refresh. Now if I remove this and click update, we have the validation. And if I say admin updated, we update the, we change the role admin. And now let's open the database, because we don't have the role admin. We add the role admin and we updated the role. So we need to fix that. Do not update the role admin, only the other roles. So let's open this one and connect. Select the admin and roles. And this one, we need the admin. Save. And come here, refresh. And yeah. So go back, we need to display only the others roles, not the admin. Anyway, so if I go to the user and say app, click update, and we update the role. Okay, friends, please subscribe and like the video, and see you in the next. Hello, friends. In this video, I'm going to work with delete roles and permissions, and also I want to display a banner when we create, update, or delete the roles and permissions. And I want to hide also the admin, because I don't want to update the admin, because in the route we add the role admin here. So if we made a change, this is going to break. Okay, so first let's hide this admin, and we can use the where not in. So if you go to the Laravel permission package and basic usage, so where not in, we have this here, and open the role controller. Now instead of role all, we can say role where not in the name, in our case is admin, and only the admin right now. We don't want to hide anything else. And if I come here and refresh, yeah, we have only two. Next one is to show the banner when we make changes, and also hide that with the Alpine.js. So I have searched in the tileunui.com, and here we have an example. So let's copy this one, and I'm going to add this in the resources, views, layouts, admin layout. I'm going to add it right here. So first I'm going to check if the session has message, and paste that in. And now we don't need this learn more. This is going to be work with Alpine and hide the banner. So just remove this div. And here now we need to display the, so session get message, and the same thing here. So this is for the breakpoints. Okay, now work with Alpine.js, and I'm going to say here x data, and open is going to be true by default, and also this x show is going to be to open. And now when we click this button, it's going to hide. So remove this. And on click, this open is going to be false. And sorry, let's indent this one. Okay. And save. Now open the controller, so role controller. And when we create or update or what we want, so here I'm going to say with a message, and here I'm going to say role updated successfully. You can say what you want. Save this, go to the browser, refresh, go and update this one, update, and yeah, the role updated successfully. Now if I click here, we hide that. Okay, nice. Now the same thing you can do for the create, and so just copy this, and when we store, add it here and change this role created successfully. Okay, now let's work with the delete. And when we go to the admin roles index, we have this anchor tag, and here I'm going to add the form. So let's say form with the method post, and the action is going to be the route admin roles destroy. We need to add the role ID here. And I'm going to say on submit, return, and confirm. So confirm. Are you sure? Okay. Now here we need that CSRF token. Also we need to add a method, because the method is going to be delete. And also add a button to be type submit, and say delete and close the form. Save. Now in the role controller, we need to create that method, and I'm going to say function. The name of the function is destroy. We need the role here, $role. And what we need, just delete that. So the role delete and return. We need to return back. So return back, and I'm going to say with the message, and the message is going to be role deleted. Save, come here and refresh. And first we need to add the class here, so copy this. And after that we need to remove this one, we don't need to. Save and refresh this. And while we have this up and down, let's add the flex here, and also this is going to be space, not, yeah, refresh, and yeah. Now if I delete this, we have the are you sure? Click OK. And response with, where is this? Sorry friends, with like this. Go back, refresh, and we delete it. So if I delete also this one, are you sure? Click OK, and we delete it, and they're all deleted. Go and create and say user role created successfully, and we have there. And now the same thing for the permissions. So copy this form and open the permissions index, and instead of this we need to add that form. Just change the method, the action, to be permissions, and the permission here. Okay. And also we need to add this flex and fix this one to be space. Save, go to the permissions, and we have something like this, but we don't have the destroy method. So in the permission controller, come here and create that. And I'm going to copy what we have here. So copy this one and paste it here. Just change the role to be permission. Okay, and here also permission delete, and return back with permission deleted. Save, come here and refresh, and do the same thing for the update and so on. So copy this, and when we update, we need to say permission updated, and you say successfully or not is up to you. Just to save some time, I'm going to just say this one. So create it, save, come here, refresh, and click delete. Are you sure? Okay, deleted, and permission deleted. Go and create one. So I'm going to say update posts, create, and permission created, and here we have. Okay friends, hope you enjoy, and see you in the next one. All the best. Hello friends, so welcome. In this video I'm going to work with roles. So in the edit form, down there I want to display all the permissions this role has, and also the form to assign a new permission to this role. So let's open the VS Code, and I'm going to open the edit plate in the roles. Inside the roles we have this edit, and we have the form. Now down there I want to display all the permissions this role has, and if you go to the Laravel permission package, in the basic usage you have here using permissions via roles. And down there we have assigning permissions to role. So role and give permission to do something if the role has permission to do something, and also revoke a permission to do that. After this form we have this div, and I'm going to add, after this div, I'm going to add another div. Oh, not here, down there. I'm going to add another div and say add a class with margin top to be 6 and padding 2. And first here I'm going to add a s2 and say class to be text to Excel. Okay. Next, font to be semi-bold, and say permission for role permissions. Now in here we need to add a div and another div for the form. Okay, here is going to be the form, and here is going to be the to display all the permissions. So first I'm going to check if the role has a permission. So if role permissions, and down there make a for each $sign role permissions, and I'm going to say as $sign role permission, permissions as a role permission. And here right now I'm going to add a span and display the role permission name, role permission name, and maybe add a class here, so margin top to be 4 and padding 2. Okay, save from here. And yeah, here we have the role permissions, but we don't have any role. Okay, let's add here the form, and I'm going to copy this form and paste it here. Paste it here, just select all, and I'm going to format this. Okay. Now if I go to the browser and refresh, yeah, we have this form here, but it's too long. So where is the form? I'm going to add class to this div, so max width is going to be Excel. And refresh, yeah. Now here I want to add a drop down, select, and I'm going to copy this one. I prepared this, so just copy this one and go to the VS Code. Now here when we have this paste, and we don't need the country, so select all country and say permission. And in the label we need to say with capital P permission, and here we need to display all the permissions. But if I save and refresh, yeah, now we don't have right now all the permissions, so we need to open the role controller, and in the edit form, in the edit method, we need to say $sign permissions is going to be with permission, and make sure you import the model. Okay, the model is here. Spatie permission, models and permission, and say all here. Just get all the permissions and added them here. Permissions, okay. Now we have permissions in here, and make a for each $sign permissions as the permission. And for that, I added here role permission, not permission, because if I had permission here and also permission here, is going to mix up. So let's remove that. Okay, add option. We need the value, and the value is going to be permission name, and here permission name. Save, and let's see. And we have 2 permissions. Okay, now when I click update, just also we need to change this, not update, but I'm going to say assign. And when we click here, I want to attach a new role, give a permission to this role. And for that, we need to change the form route, which is admin roles update, but it's going to be admin roles permissions, and I'm going to say add, or just permissions. Save. Now open the web roles because we don't have that. And after the role, say route post. The method is going to be post, and it's going to be roles and the role ID and permissions. The controller is going to be role controller. I'm going to add that here. Class, and the method, I'm going to say give permission. Now the name is this name we added here. So roles permissions. Copy that and say name and paste that in. Okay. Save. Now copy this name here and go to the role controller and create that. So function, give permission, and what we need here, we need the request, $sign request, and also the role. So role, $sign role. Now first, when we check here and say assign, we need to check if we have this role. If the role has that permission we have here in the request. So let's say here role has permission to do something, and say if the role has permission to, and here we need to add the request and permission. Okay, because in the edit we say option value permission here, select with name permission. Okay, and now we add that permission here. If this role has that permission, we need to return back copy this and paste it here. And I'm going to say permission exists. Save. That's it if we have, but if we don't have, we need to assign. So we need to say role give permission and the permission, and say that give permission and the request permission. And after that, let it return back and say permission added, or what we can say here, permission added. Okay, let's check now. If I go to this and refresh, let's see the update post, click assign, and okay, yeah, we have a, because I copied that form, and we have in the form we have this method put, but we need post, not put. Go back and refresh, select this and assign, and permission added. And we see here now this updated post. This is the permission. Let's assign another one. Okay, permission added, and here it is now, another one. Now I want also here to, when I click, I want to remove that permission. And I'm going to do the same thing we have here with this button and delete. I'm going to do that, the same thing at the method, the form here, and remove that. So let's open the roles index, and here we have that form. Copy, close this one now, and here we display the span, and just I say spa, I forget that. Anyway, remove now that and paste that form. Now in this button, remove the delete and display the role permission name. Save and refresh, and we have something like this. In the div, add class flex, and also space x to be true. Okay, refresh, and yeah, now we have something like this. And maybe in the form, our margin top to be 6 because it's very closed. So refresh, and now it's more okay. So here it is. Now if I click, I want to remove that role, that permission from a role, and let's see what we can do here. Here is the method and the action. The method is going to be delete. Okay, now the action is going to be the admin roles, permissions, and revoke, I'm going to say. Okay, and here we need also the role ID and the permission ID that are assigned. Not permission, but role permission. Role permission ID. Okay, save and create this role permissions. Revoke role, and I'm going to copy this and paste that. Role is going to be delete. Roles permissions and the permission here. Role controller is going to be a revoke now, not so revoke permission, and the name is going to be roles permissions revoke. So copy that and paste it here. Hit save, and now copy this name and create a new method. So function with that name. Here now we need the role and the permission. $sign role, permission, $sign permission. And what we need here. So first, if we have that, we need to check if we have that permission to this role. So let's say if the role has this permission we have here, we need to revoke that. And then I'm going to copy this one to save some time, paste that in, remove the request because we have the permission here. And instead of give, we need to say revoke. Okay, so if I go here, yeah, here we have revoke permission. Okay. And after that, we return back with message permission revoked. If not, we need to return back copy that and say with message permission not exist. Let's save and see what we got. Go to the browser, refresh. Yeah, if I click edit article, are you sure? Yeah. And permission revoked. And also we update here. Click again here. Okay. And permission revoked again. So that's it, friends. We can assign and revoke a permission to the role. Hope you enjoy, friends. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next one. All the best, friends. Hello, friends. Welcome. In this video, I'm going to work with permissions. So in the previous video, we worked with the roles and we can assign a permission to the role. Now I'm going to do the same thing for permission. So if we go here, down here, I'm going to display all the roles this permission has, and also a form to assign a new role. And if you don't want to do that, no problem, because all of the relationship we made here. So it's not a problem, but just I'm going to show you how we can do. And one more thing here, I'm going to add a class to separate this from the form because it's not looking very good. So in here, let's open the resources, views, admin, roles, and edit. And now here, I'm going to add padding of 2 and BG to be slate 100. And the same thing down there. So BG slate 100. Let's save and refresh. And yeah, now I think it's more okay. Now let's copy this thing here and go to the permissions, edit, and paste that in. Okay, let's indent it, and here is going to be roles now. Also down there we need to say $sign permission roles, and I'm going to leave it as it is, role permission, or if you want, let's change this. Let's say
permission role. Now the route is going to be permissions, roles, and remove. Not revoke, but remove. And also down there is going to be permissions, roles. Permissions dot roles. And here now we need the permission ID, not role ID. So permission ID. Okay, also here is going to be roles. And make selecting them all. So let's select from here and say role. And here we have this error, let's say for role, but we're not validating, or we can validate, no problem. And let's save it, and let's open the web routes and create two routes here. So first one is going to be, I'm going to add it after the permissions. So route and post. Post permissions. And we need the permission here. And roles. Okay. Now the controller is going to be permission controller class. And the method is going to be assign role and give it the name. So name is going to be the name we have here. So permission roles. Okay. Let's paste that in and copy and duplicate this. Now the second is going to be delete roles, and we need the role here. Now the method is going to be remove role, and the name is going to be permissions roles remove. Let's copy this and paste in the name. Let's save and open the browser and refresh. If I go now to the permissions, edit permission, and we don't have the role ID in if permission roles. So let's go to the edit. Yeah, here we have role ID, but we need permission ID. Okay, save, refresh. And we don't have the roles, so let's open the permission controller. And in the edit, we need say $sign roles and get all the role. Sorry, all. And we need to import that role. So import Spatie permission models role. And say roles here. Save. Refresh. And yeah, here it is. Roles, and we have one role by default because we assign it to the roles. And I want also to add the same background in this one. So let's say padding of 2 and BG slate 100. Save and refresh. Okay. And also, why is post name there in the form? It's not post name, but it's permission name. Okay, you can do that, but just to be more good. Now, when I assign a new role, so here we have all the roles, and I want to assign this one. We need to create that method, and to assign a new role, we have this assign role, we need to create this in permissions. Oh, sorry. Let's create that function with that name, and here we need the request, $request, and permission, $permission. And here we are going to do the same thing we have done with the role controller. So here, first we check if we have that and return with a message permission exists. And after that, if we don't have, we give permission. So, and here I'm going to say if the permission as role and the request role, now if we have that, we can say role exists. Okay, now if we don't have, we need to assign. So let's say $permission, assign role and the request role. And also after that, I'm going to say role assigned. Okay, let's save this and refresh here. Let's say I want to add the writer to this permission. Click assign, role assigned, and we have the role here. Very good. Next thing is when we click here, we want to remove that. And if I do, now we don't have that remove role. So let's go and create. Okay, so here, let's say function, and the name is remove role. Here we need the permission, $permission, and the role, $role. And after that, we need to check if the permission as role and add the role there. We need now to remove, so permission, remove role and the role we have, and return back with message role removed. Otherwise, we return with message role does not exist. And save. Let's go and refresh. Click on the user, click OK, and role removed. Now click and assign user here. Okay, let's assign again the user. We have the user. Assign and role exists. Okay, so that's it, how we can assign roles to the permission. And now here we have this edit post. Permission has writer and user. So if I go to the writer, we have edit post, and the user has the edit post. So writer has edit post. Also, if I go back and see that, and this one has edit post. But if I go to this delete post, no one we have here. And if I go to the writer and give it permission to delete post. Okay, and if I go here now to the delete post, we have the role here. Hope you enjoy, friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello, friends. Welcome. Now in this video, I'm going to add link here for users and also display the users in the table, in the users index. So let's open the VS Code, and in the web routes, let's create, or first I'm going to create a new controller for the users. So let's say artisan PHP artisan make controller, and it's going to be inside the admin slash user controller. And after that, let's come here and say route, and it's going to be route resource. Or just a route get for the, let's say get users, and here add the user controller. Now the method is going to be index, and the name is going to be users index. Okay, let's save this, and in the admin, I'm going to create a new folder there, users, and in there, new file index.blade.php. So index.blade.php. In here now I'm going to copy what we have in the roles index, select all them, select and copy and close this and paste it here. Now we don't need to create a user. I just want to show the users and assign a role. Okay. Here we have now, we need to have users, not roles. So select this one and say user. And let's say we want to display the name and the email. Okay. And also here, now we copy this TD and display the email. Now this link is not going to do the edit, but for example, I'm going to say roles, and let's copy it one more, duplicate this and say permission. Okay. Now if we want to delete that, the user, let's say admin users destroy and add the user ID. And I think we're okay. Let's save this. Go to the browser and refresh. We need also to add the link in the menu. So let's go to the layout. In the admin layout, we have let's copy one of the links and duplicate it and say here users. Okay, now the route is going to be admin users index, save, refresh, and here we have the users. If I go here, we have the user controller does not exist because in the web routes we don't import the user, so let's import that. and save and refresh. Now the user controller index not exist. Let's open that user controller and say in here function index. We don't need anything here, just return all the users. So users is going to be user all. And I think I want to remove that tab 9 because it's not allowing me to import models, and return the view admin users.index and add the users there. So compact users. Let's save, go to the browser and refresh. Admin user destroy not exist. Yes, let's go and create that. So copy this, duplicate users, delete, and the method is going to be destroy and user destroy. Okay, save, refresh. And now here we have that. We have only one user. So if I go to let's log out from here and create another user. Let's go and register and say test. And the email is going to be okay. Let's log out and go and log in as admin now. Go to the admin users, and yeah, we have now two users. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we are going to work with the roles and the permissions. All the best, friends. Thank you very much. Hello, friends. Welcome. In this video now, I'm going to work with roles and permissions for the user. And here I have added two links, but I'm going to remove one because I want to add the roles and permission in one page for the user. So here in the roles, we have permission. So in the user, we can have the user details here, down there the role, and after the permissions. Okay. So let's open the VS Code. And first we need to create in the users new file, and I'm going to name it show dot, or we can name role dot blade dot php. Okay. In here now I'm going to copy what we have in the edit of roles, select all, copy and paste it here. And also if I go to the permissions edit, let's copy this. Here we have the permissions. Let's copy this and add it down there. So let's say here we have the form, here we have the roles, and down there is going to be the permissions. Now let's work one by one. We don't need to go, or yeah, we can say users index to go back. And here we don't need the form, so let's remove this and just add a div. We display here the username. And let's copy and duplicate this and display the email of the user, and you can display what you want. After that, here now we have roles first. Let's add first the roles, because here is the permissions and here is the roles. Yeah, let's going to cut and paste it right here, the roles. Now here is the roles, and not permission roles, but we need to say user roles. So user. Okay, now the route is going to be users roles remove. That's okay. Next one is going to be admin users roles, and here we need the user ID. We need all the roles here. So okay, that's it. Now work with permissions. Here is going to be permissions like this, not role permissions, but select all of them and say user permissions. Okay, now the route is going to be admin user permissions revoke. Okay, also here it's going to be users permissions and the user ID. Okay, here we need to display all the permissions, and I think we are okay with the blade. Let's go to the web routes and create one by one the routes. So first we need to create this users roles remove and user roles, and here we have users destroy, let's say route, and post users slash, we need user here, and say roles. Now here we need the user controller class, and the method is going to be assign role, or you can name it what you want. The name is going to be what we name it here, users roles, I think. Yeah, this is for the post. Add, copy and duplicate this, and here now we need for delete to remove role, and we need users roles and the role itself. The method is going to be now remove role, and the name is users roles remove. Let's copy this and add it here. Okay, next is to create for the permission. So let's copy this one and add it down there. And instead of roles, rename this to be permissions. We can say here now give permission. Okay, and user permissions. The second one, the same thing, say permission here. Permissions, we need the permission here. And revoke permission, revoke permission. And the name is going to be, so where is the permission? Users permission. Another one is users permissions revoke. Let's copy this, go to the web, users permission revoke. Okay, save this. And now we have users index and users destroy, but we don't have the users show. So let's create one road. Good, because right now if I go to the users here, if I click, we need to go to the users show page or to show the user and assign roles and permission. So I'm going to say users / and we need the user here. And the controller is user controller. Class, the method is going to be show. And also the name is going to be users.show. Let's save this. Let's open the users index. And here when we have roles and permissions, let's remove the permissions and say only roles there. And the anchor tag, add the road to go to the users.show. And we need to add the user here. $, user ID. Let's save. Come here and refresh. We have only roles. If I click here, now we don't have that show method in the user controller. Let's open the user controller and create that method. So let's create function and the method is show. We need the user here and we are going to return the role blade. So in here we need the permissions and all the permission and all the roles. Okay, so let's say here $, roles is going to be with a role and import Spatie permissions models role all, and also the permissions is going to be permissions, import the model from Spatie and say all, and here and return the view, which is admin users role, and say compact for user. So first I'm going to add user, the roles, and the permissions. Let's save this and refresh. And yeah, now here is the user details. Down there is the roles of this user has and the permissions. And if I go here, why we added, let's add this one and this. So the BG white, cut them and add it in here because now we are okay. And also change this a bit, not role index, but users index. And I think we're okay. So here is the username and the user email. And let's say here user name, something like this. And down there the user email, just see more good here. Okay. Now when I click here and assign a new user, we need to assign a new role. We need to have this method inside the user controller. So let's copy the name, go to the user controller, or let's open the permission controller and copy this assign role and remove role, because it's going to be almost the same. So copy, and in the user controller, let's paste in here. Just instead of permissions, here we need the user and say user. Okay. And also in here, we need to say user. Now, if the user has a role, request role, we say role exists. Otherwise, we assign a role in the request, and that's it. Remove role. Also here we need the user, not the permission, and say user. And also select all and say user here. And the same thing now, if we have a role, if the user has a role, we are going to remove. Otherwise, we are going to return back and say role not exist. And save and refresh. And I'll see here also we are in the admin and we have role admin and writer. If I add also the user and click assign, the role assign it, and we have also the user. Okay, let's say remove this, and we removed. Now let's work with permissions, and I'm going to open the role controller and copy the give permission and revoke permission here. Okay, in the user controller, paste that in, and this is because I have named in the web the same name. So here assign role, and the same thing in the permission. So assign role. Okay, if you change the name here, make sure you updated the name. And now instead of the role, we need to say user here and $sign user, and change the user here. Now if the user has permission, we return back. Otherwise, we give permission. And the same thing here. Now not role. Here we need the user and user here. And also remove this and say user. So if the user has permission, we revoke that. Otherwise, we say permission does not exist. Let's save and check. Refresh. Now here we have edit and delete post. If I select delete post, assign, yeah, we see here permission exists. And if I select edit post, and why is that? Permission exists. We don't see the permission here. But if you go to the roles, so this user, admin user, has two roles, admin and writer. If I go to the role and say the writer here, this writer has edit and delete post permissions. If I remove them, okay, and go to the user, admin, and now if I select edit post, assign, we assign that. Okay, you see here, if the user has the role and the role has that permission, is not going to assign here because the user has already that permission. So only if this role does not have the permission, you can assign them. So also assign the delete. And if I delete, I revoke that. Click OK, and we revoked. Okay, friends, that's it. Hope you enjoy. And the last one, let's also work with delete. I think you can do that, but just in case, let's go to the index where we have the delete, admin users, destroy, we add the user ID and delete. Now in the user controller, we need to create the delete destroy method. And I'm going to add it here. So function, and say destroy, we need the user here, $sign user and user, and say user delete. And return back. So, or first I'm going to check if the user is admin. If $sign user has role and the role is named admin, I'm going to return back direct. I'm going to return back and with message. So let's copy this and paste it here. With message, you are admin. Otherwise, we are going to delete that and return back with message user deleted. Okay, let's save, come here and refresh. Let's delete this test user. Are you sure? Okay. And why we have this you are admin? I think we give it admin. Yeah, remove this admin role and go to the users and click delete and click OK. Now we delete it. Okay, friends, hope you enjoy, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. All the best and see you in the next one. Thank you very much.